So welcome everyone. My name is Rachel Garcia, and I'm excited tonight to be sharing with you a large variety of testimonies from our life-changing team. I've been doing this 8 years, and we've compiled literally thousands of stories over the last 8 years. And tonight I'm just giving you a small little glimpse of what is possible when you put whole raw food nutrition in your body, when you cleanse the junk out, balance your pH and your hormones, and build your cells up with good nutrition. All of you have heard my story before, but we're going to start by hearing a number of other stories in this company this evening. So we're going to start with my friend Linda Suttles, who lives here in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm excited for you guys to hear Linda's story tonight. So Linda, go ahead.
Okay. Hi, everyone. So like she said, my name is Linda Suttles. I live in Jacksonville, Florida. I'm a married mom, 2 grown boys, and recently a grandmother. I was in another multi-level marketing business when I found this opportunity. I was pretty successful in that business. I had a really strong team, but I had a hard time getting my team to duplicate the success that I found in that business. And I was looking for something that had better products that more people could utilize, and that I could actually benefit from, and also be able to share and have my team duplicate easily. My chiropractor actually showed this company to me because I was struggling with some personal needs myself and in my physical being because of teaching classes and living an extremely active life. And I was suffering from a lot of pain and things like that. She knew that if she could get me to take a look at this company, that it would really change my life, and it did. Once I got her to get me to look at it. And it was something that as soon as I saw it, I was blown away by the opportunity about how easy it was to duplicate this business. The system is simple. And then once I started doing my research and looking into the products, I absolutely loved what I saw. I've been in the nutrition industry for the last few years, and I've learned to read labels and understand what they mean. And I loved what I saw, and I knew that I could help a lot of people with these products. So I signed up at VIP. I jumped all in. Within 31 days, I earned my income back. My investment back from the VIP membership. And I was able to duplicate in about 6 months the team that it took me 5 years to build with my former company. So I did have really great success with this company pretty quickly. We're constantly growing, and I love what we have. As far as products go, I was able to get rid of back pain, not wake up in pain and misery every day like I was before. My feet no longer hurt when I hit the floor. My back doesn't hurt anymore. And I can't say these products healed me, but I can tell you that they definitely made a difference, and I feel better because of them. I've got a lot of people that message me and text me every day, and it's life-changing. It's awesome to see what they do for everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Linda. That was great. And we're going to move right along very quickly tonight, you guys, because I want you to hear a lot of testimony. So the second one is from Will Parker, who lives up in Montana, and I've never heard his story, so I'm excited to hear it tonight. So Will, go ahead and share with us.
Well, my name's Will Parker. I am retired from the military. I'm a small business owner. I was introduced to Genesis Pure from one of my best friends. I went in VIP right off the bat. I just made silver last week after about 6 months being in the business. This is what it's done for me. On the very first day that I took the products, I was able to go outside in the heat and not be exhausted from the heat. I don't like the heat. I've had always much more energy. My back pain, my shoulder pain, my joint pain, I don't experience it anymore. My tendinitis, I don't experience it to the degree that I felt it before. My high cholesterol, my blood work is great. I no longer take high cholesterol medication. I'm slimming down naturally. My wife has nearly rid herself of headaches and more energy. And I feel great, and I absolutely love this product and all the products. And I take them all.
And I think you're going to be telling this to everybody in Montana. So watch out, Montana. It's exciting. Thank you so much, Will, for jumping on with us tonight. Now we're going to have my friend Holly Gibson, who lives up in New Jersey, share her testimony. And I absolutely love her story of health. So Holly, if you're there, if you'll go ahead and share with us what's happened with you.
Hi, I'm Holly from New Jersey. And as a breast cancer survivor, I feel truly, truly blessed that about 2.5 years ago, Genesis Pure was presented to me from lovely Melissa. And I began taking the products because I was so passionate about keeping my body pH balanced and keeping my body cleansed of all the daily toxins that are constantly invading our bodies. And when I learned that Genesis Pure could do that for me, I was so very, very excited. I didn't expect to feel different. I was already super healthy, or, so I thought, I should say. And I started taking the products and I had more energy. I felt more balanced. But overall, I just think it's so important for people to understand how crucial it is for everything that we're putting into our mouths, what's going on inside of our bodies, and how crucial it is that we need to try to be pH balanced and cleanse our bodies naturally. And I really don't think I'll go a day without my Genesis Pure for forever.
I hope
So
not.
Thank you.
Thank you, Holly, for sharing. I appreciate you jumping on tonight. And so now we're going to jump to Lynn. I think you're muted, but we're going to jump to Lynn Alexi now. And let's see if I just unmuted you, so you're good to go. Why don't you share with us? Lynn lives up in New Jersey, your story and why you love this company. Oh, still can't hear you. Hold on. I just muted you again. You just don't touch it. Let me unmute you. Okay, you're good to go.
All right. My name's Lynn Alexi. I'm from Mendham, New Jersey. And my husband and I have 4 children, 17 and below. So they're year-round athletes. They swim year-round. And my husband and I were looking for ways to kind of continue to support their performance. And we thought, well, maybe if he and I took the initiative and elevated the way we were treating our bodies, then I could see how we handle that and then introduce those particular products to my swimmers as well. So all of us are on some combination of a Genesis Pure products. My husband and I are working more on the nutrition, kind of weight loss side of things. My kids are more on the daily build and the performance line. And we were looking to see if we could help improve the kids' energy, help improve their performance, and help improve their recovery, because these year-round swimmers are burning thousands of calories every day, and they're growing every day. So we had to find a way to kind of fortify their bodies and support them nutritionally the best that we could. So right now I have one of my swimmers. He's 13 years old. He's like asparagus. He's growing an inch almost every day. And he is, doing very well on the, E2 pre-workout, taking the hydration products during the workout and recovery after the workout. And, this has now just become part of our regular routine. And I foresee us continuing to live healthy and live purely through our Genesis Pure products, for the long term. We're in it to win it, that's for sure.
I love it. Thank you, Lynn, for sharing your sports testimony. We have a few of them tonight, but you did awesome.
Thank you.
So next I'm going to have actually Lynn's sponsor, Vrana, who's a veterinarian up in New Jersey as well, share her story of health and how convicted she feels about sharing this with others. So Vrana, you are up.
Hi. Thank you for having me on. My name is Vrana. I'm 51 and I'm a veterinarian in New Jersey. I started Genesis Pure in April of 2016 because I developed a knee swelling that didn't resolve even after I did all of the things that my regular doctors told me to do. So what happened to me? Marvelous things happened to me over the course of a 6 to 8 week period. First, my knee swelling went away within a matter of the first 1 or 2 weeks. Soon thereafter, all my joint pain abated and I had lots of roving joint pain all over my body. And thirdly, and most importantly, I was able to cancel my knee surgery that I was dreading having. So I was extremely happy about that. A couple of weeks after that, I realized that my brain woke up and that my fog lifted and that my memory returned. So you can imagine how great I felt about that. Additionally, my mood substantially improved and has really remained elevated ever since then. I'm a much happier, more jovial person and can handle stress in a much better way than I was able to do beforehand. My overall energy has increased and has sustained, so I can really go at full bore from sun up to sundown. And as a result of all of the things that I've just enumerated, you can imagine I sleep better than I have in a very, very long time. Lastly, my appetite decreased by itself, and that made losing weight easy and painless. And who can't really appreciate that? So overall, my life has really gotten a complete makeover, and I feel fantastic, and I won't go a day without my Genesis Pure cocktails. So Rachel, Toby, and Genesis Pure, thank you from the bottom of my heart.
Oh, you're so welcome. And we all got to hear Vrana's son's amazing testimony, who was diagnosed with high blood pressure as a teen and is a competitive swimmer. So if you're interested in hearing that one, we have a separate video for that. Ben couldn't join us tonight, but his testimony is fabulous. So thank you, Vrana.
You're welcome.
We're going to go to Jeff. Don't touch your screen. I'm going to try to unmute you. We're going to go to my friend Jeff, who lives in Texas, and his story happened so fast. I'm excited for you guys to hear that tonight.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. I'm Jeff Hawkins. I live in Houston, Texas with my wife and my 2 kids. Genesis Pure has made a huge impact on my life. For the last 10 years, I've struggled with constant pain related to my digestion, more specifically hemorrhoids. And the pain in the last 6 months has been so severe that I had planned to have surgery to take care of it in the near future until my sister introduced me to this. And I started drinking just an ounce of noni juice every morning about a month ago. And since then, I have had absolutely no pain. Instead of having a bowel movement about twice a week and being in excruciating pain, I use the restroom every single day and have no problem at all. And I also love the energy since I've been taking the energy every morning for about a month. I don't drink coffee anymore. I've drank coffee every morning for the last 10 years as well. And I have greater energy and focus without any kind of a crash that you would get from coffee or soda. And more than anything, to wake up in the morning without thinking about how much pain you're going to be in, that impacts more than just your physical health. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. Thanks, Jeff. I love it that Jeff's one of our newer testimonies. A lot of people here tonight have been in for weeks, months, and years, but Jeff's one of our newer ones. So thank you so much, Jeff, for sharing tonight. I know that affected somebody who was listening. So our next participant that's going to be sharing is my friend Lori Rice. Lori, I'm excited for you to be sharing with people tonight what has happened with you since you've gotten started with Genesis Pure. And just hold on, I'm going to unmute you on your own, and please share your story.
Great. Thank you, Rachel. Hi, everyone. I'm Lori Rice. I live in Jacksonville, Florida, and I'm a healthcare administrator here. I began my journey with Genesis Pure in summer of 2016, late summer. And I began it because of a quest that I was on to find how plants, herbs, and whole food nutrition could help to heal my 9-year-old son who was diagnosed with a chronic disease. I didn't realize until that time what an illiterate I truly was with nutrition. I thought I was a pretty healthy person until I began digging in and seeing what Genesis Pure had to offer. And as we began to consume the products, the changes that happened in our lives. You know, some of the big things that happened right away as we began to consume the impact products. So we began with the cleanse, the balance build, the Mila, the sulfur, and the energy. We immediately began to see changes happen. I dropped 20 pounds. I'm down 3 dress sizes. That's a big deal. I sleep through the night now, no longer have night sweats, huge deal for my husband. And not only that, now we have huge amounts of energy. Our anxiety and stress levels have never been managed better as a result of us being on these products. And, you know, we started off this journey on behalf of my son, and the changes that have happened for my husband and I have been just life-altering. With smoothies that my husband and I do in the mornings, we began adding organic sulfur. And my husband was scheduled to be with our orthopedic surgeon to have surgery done on his knees in late fall. And within 10 days of us consuming the organic sulfur in his smoothies every morning, the inflammation ceased in his knees and the pain went completely and utterly away. And so we didn't have to have that surgery. And so how grateful we were and how blessed we are that these products have been introduced into our lives. You know, I started as a product consumer, and quickly as we began to see these results and things that are happening in our lives, I realized I have to be part of the launch. I have to be part of sharing this news with people and educating people on how whole food nutrition can make such a huge and dramatic impact in our lives. And we couldn't be more grateful for Genesis Pure. Thanks, Rachel.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Thank you so much, Lori, for sharing your story tonight. I know it touched someone. And now we're going to go to my friend Joe. up in New Jersey. I remember sitting with Joe, gosh, at a friend, Angie and Matt's kitchen table. I remember sitting there with you. And when I recently saw you in New Jersey, you looked like a totally different person to me. Absolutely life-changing, I think, for you. So I'm excited to be hearing your story tonight.
Okay, thank you, Rachel. My name is Joel Chesy. I live in Glen Gardner, New Jersey. I started Genesis Pure in January 2016. Back in 2005, I was 70 pounds overweight. My blood pressure was 160 over 120. It took me about 10 years on my own to lose 30 pounds. Did nothing for the blood pressure. I knew I had to do something. My cousin introduced me to Genesis Pure. I went to the meeting in January, but it was real cold that day, remember?
Yes.
Yeah, it was freezing. Liked what I heard. 2 days later, I met Rachel at Angie's house and I started my IBL. My first purchase was a 21-day change to help me lose weight. And I also bought the mangosteen, sulfur, and Mila to help with back pain because I had two back surgeries, one in the 80s and early 90s. After the 21 days, I lost 20 pounds and my back was feeling good. Jump forward 1 year, I lost another 15 pounds without even trying. My back is feeling great. My doctor's gonna reduce my blood pressure meds. And I'm almost positive in the near future I'm gonna be med-free thanks to Genesis Pure. All this by simply cleansing, balancing, building. I live life simple and there could be nothing more simple than Genesis Pure. It's easy, straightforward, and it works. I'm gonna be 53 this summer. And I feel better now than I did when I was in my 40s. I just thank God Genesis Pure came into my life and I couldn't be happier with the results. Thank you.
And you look great. I love it. Thanks so much,
You look great too.
Thanks for jumping on.
You're welcome.
We're going to go to my friends Jake and Josh and Lita. And here's a great story, you guys. These are people that I met years ago. And they've now since moved from Ponte Vedra to South Carolina to North Carolina. I don't even know where you guys live anymore. And they're literally in the car all the time. But these two boys, I'm excited for you guys to hear their story of what's possible with athletes. You've already heard it a little bit from Lynn Alexi tonight. But Jake and Josh are going to share a little bit of their story tonight. And then they're going to pass it off to their mom, Lita, so you can hear her story as well. So Jake and Josh, off you go.
Yeah, so I'm Josh Newman.
I'm Jake.
And on social media, we're known as the Barefoot Bros. So yeah, good follows. And yeah, we've been taking Genesis Pure for a while now, and we're competitive golfers, and we play tournaments all over the Southeast, and we're constantly on the move. So our favorite thing probably is the GPS and the sports line. So we love the E2 because it gives us a great mental and physical boost and just the strength to get us through a good, strong round of golf, and it's just taking us to a whole nother level.
And we also love the hydration. It really keeps you hydrated on the golf course, and that's really important, especially when you're working out, running, or playing golf. You got to stay hydrated. It has a great sodium-potassium ratio, and it has no sugar, which is awesome. And we also take the recovery. So after we finish working out in the gym, we tear our muscles down. You got to build them back up. So we come straight home. We drink the recovery. I'm telling you, you can literally feel your muscles getting bigger and stronger as you drink it, which is a super cool feeling. So we love the GPS. We tell everyone about it. It's the best sports stuff on the market, and we really think it's taking our athletic abilities to the next level. So, yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so now you're going to get to hear from Lita, the boys' moms, and I just want to brag on the boys a little bit. They they're playing in tournaments almost it seems like every week at least, and winning tournaments, placing in the top 3, 5, and winning tournaments. So I want you guys to know, these aren't just some kids that are jumping on telling you, hey, we like it. They're well known in their arena for their golfing. So that's really a cool testimony. So Lita, go ahead.
Okay. So yeah, I'm Lita, AKA Mom to the Barefoot Bros. And I don't know how we'd get through our days without Genesis Pure. The boys they've always played sports. Anything with a ball they've done, but golf has been their focus now for quite a while. And Rachel was talking about them winning. I mean, recently we've been playing a particular tour. They play 3 or 4 different tours in the Southeast. We are on the road at least 2, if not 3 weekends a month. And they're recently, right now, one is in number 1 position in this particular tour, and the other one's in number 2 position. So we're about to wrap that tour up at the 1st of March, and those two will lead that. So we're really excited. The products have been fantastic for us. If it wasn't for the Cleanse, Balance, Build, I think that's what's been so important is it keeps us healthy and keeps us strong as we're doing all this traveling and moving around. We also homeschool, so we do a lot of schoolwork in the car, so they have to be able to focus and block everything else out. My story goes back to when the boys were little. I suffered from chronic migraine pain, and I had pain more days of the month than not, and that's how I got introduced to Genesis Pure. The products right away started taking the pain away, and now today I live virtually pain-free, which is a blessing when you're raising two boys and you've got to be on the road and driving all the time. And so we do the Cleanse, Balance, Build every day. We do the Mila. Energy, I could not go without energy. The E2 is my happy drink for a happy hour in the afternoons. And I don't know, we use a little bit of every one of them. We love it.
Awesome. You guys are great. Thanks for pulling over off the road to share your story with us. That was awesome. And now we have a real treat. You guys got to meet Vrana earlier. Well, her son, I didn't think we were going to be able to get him on. We were able to get him on. So everybody, this is Ben. And correct me if I'm wrong, Ben, but I believe that you play, you swim in college. You're a collegiate swimmer, an athlete. But just your story the other night, I know you didn't really touch on the swimming too much, but the blood pressure story was amazing. So please share with everyone what I got to see the other night.
Yeah, so my name is Ben, and like Rachel said, I'm a collegiate swimmer, which obviously has its demands, so I'm really thankful for the sports performance line. But really what Genesis Pure has done for me was with my hypertension. So about 2 years ago, I was diagnosed with pre-hypertension, which isn't like high blood pressure, but it's sort of on the border. I don't need to take any medications. But I met with doctors and cardiologists and nephrologists, and we did this for this whole dance for 2 years, trying different diets, trying different stress relieving exercises, getting more sleep. None of it really worked. So shortly after my 18th birthday, my mom, who had already been using these products, she decided, hey, why don't we give this a try? Let's see how this works, because I know it worked for me. And almost instantly, within 4 weeks, my blood pressure had already returned, and I've been taking my blood pressure every day. And consistently, it's back within the normal range. And the only thing that I did different between that time is that I started using all these Impact products like Go Yin and Daily Build, the Mila, the Cleanse, and the Sulfur, all of that stuff. So really, I'm just really happy that I was introduced to all these products. It's really changed my life for the better. And not only can I just feel it in my everyday life, but my swimming is positively affected from this. So I have all but the best for Genesis Pure and helping me heal my body.
Oh, I love it. Thank you so much Ben for jumping on and I know you have a school project, so thanks for jumping on and taking time to share everybody. I know you touched someone's life tonight with that, so I appreciate it.
Thank you.
And I also just got you guys from Lita. The boys have won 11 tournaments, 11 times in the past 7 months. So you just got 2 athletic testimonies from young men athletes. That's pretty cool, I think. All right, next we're going to get to hear from my friend Sharon Kula. Sharon's got a phenomenal testimony. Sharon, I'm going to unmute you so you can share. Sharon lives up in New Jersey, where it's cold, and share with us your story.
Hi, Rachel. It's actually been pretty warm, but yes, I have a great story. Simple, but yet still powerful. I've been with Genesis Pure for 2 years. I was joined in May of 2015. I'm a mom of 2 kids and my husband, and I knew I needed something, but I didn't know it was Genesis Pure. I had suffered from this terrible chronic knee pain, and nothing just seemed to help. And a good friend of mine said, you have to try this. And I said, okay, lay it on me. I need to get rid of this knee pain. Within 8 days, my chronic knee pain was gone. I could sit on my legs. I could bend. I could hike. It was just awesome. And I said, give me all of it. I need to start consuming some more. I need to know what other powerful things this company and these products can do for me. So I started with the core, Cleanse, Balance, Build, the Mila, the Sulfur, oh my gosh, the energy. And within 2 to 4 weeks, the change, you couldn't even believe the change. My husband's like, yeah, where's this Go juice? Let me have some of that. So soon my husband was consuming, my children are consuming, my hair, came in thicker, I have no PMS, I don't get any skin issues during that time, and most importantly, the digestive issues. At the risk of TMI, I was one of those individuals who could go 10 days without going, and now I cannot go a day without my Genesis Pure. I literally lost 2 to 3 pounds off my waistline within those first 2 to 4 weeks from using the Cleanse and all the products. I have no cravings. I don't crave sugar. I don't crave salt. I feel fulfilled. It's just all in all, I'm going to be 50 this year, and I never felt so good. I feel like I'm back in my 30s. My brain is clear. It's just amazing. And I can't thank you and my friends and Melissa and everyone enough for this and the business opportunity. I, too, had another business that was in a very small niche, but Genesis Pure, it just came that I had to tell everybody I come in contact with about it. And everybody can use the products. Everybody can be successful. Everybody can get healthy. And I couldn't be happier being part of this family. Thank you.
Oh, I love it. I'm so glad you were able to get away from the kids and the dogs and the cats and the guinea pigs and share your story with us tonight. Thank you, Sharon.
No problem. Take care.
So next we're going to jump to my friend Angie. And when we jump to Angie, and I see her husband Matt with her too. So hi, Angie and Matt. We're going to get to hear their story tonight as well. So go ahead, guys.
So I'm Angie Clifford. This is my husband Matt, and we live in Flemington, New Jersey, and we've been taking the products probably consistently for a year and a half now, a little bit more. But within weeks, I literally started seeing noticeable changes, including my energy, which was huge for me. I literally used to drive in my car with a spritz bottle to spray myself because I would fall asleep driving, call my friends, and try to keep me awake. But my vitamin D levels were at a very low range, and after taking 3 different prescription drugs, which they couldn't bring up, are now in normal range. And, that was huge for me because that was a long time in the making. But my cholesterol went from 230s to 180s. Again, TMI, but my bowels went from maybe 2 to 3 times a week to now every day, which was, I feel great just because of that. Tried so many meds, laxative, vegetables, fruits, that just didn't work for me. So that's been a life changer. And joint pain is gone, cold sores gone. My latest huge testimony, I have to say, has been under the care of my endocrinologist for years, and they were monitoring nodules in my thyroid. I was going for every 6 months, I was having ultrasounds and had biopsies, and at my latest doctor's appointment, most recent, she was very amazed to tell me that I don't have to come back in 6 months, which I was normally doing, but I now have to go back in 2 years because my nodules in my thyroid have shrunk, and that has been a huge testimony for me. So having blood work several times within the past year and a half, being on Genesis Pure and these products have made huge changes, not only in my life, but in my husband's. His blood pressure meds have been lowered as a result. His mood, yay, has been a huge change for us. And, I can go on and on, literally, joint pain, everything. It's just been amazing.
I love it. I love it.
I am really thankful to both Melissa and you for bringing this to us and to our friends. And to our friends. It's been an amazing journey for us, and we're glad to be a part of it.
Thank you guys so much. And for those of you who don't know, Joe, who spoke earlier, was told about it by Angie and Matt in that very kitchen at that very dining room table. So you guys are changing lives. Thank you so much for coming on tonight.
Thank you, everybody.
Thanks, Rachel.
Love the testimonies.
So next I'm going to have my friend Terry Williams come on. She has an amazing story. I'm excited for you to hear it. And I actually just saw it posted online the other day. Hadn't heard her share it out of her mouth, yet we live very close to each other and I see her all the time. So Terry, I'm excited about you sharing your story tonight. Oh, I gotta unmute you. Hold on. I'm dropping the ball. Okay, go ahead.
All right. Thank you, Rachel. I keep big secrets, you don't hear everything I have to do. My name is Terry Williams, and I'm from Jacksonville, Florida. And I've been part of the Genesis Pure family since May 2016. Like many of you, I got to be introduced to this wonderful family by Rachel at a dining room table with my family. So all that being said, I've totally consumed the best products there are out there. I live on my Mila, my Goyen, my Coral Calcium, anything and everything in the book. But all of this being said, when you stop taking products, and something happens that causes you not to be able to do your auto ship like you usually do, purchase the products that you know is going to help your body, things can go backwards. What just recently happened to me, like I shared with Rachel briefly in the past, 24, 36 hours, I wasn't feeling the best. I went to one of my own doctors. I am a practice manager for a very large health firm here in Jacksonville, and said that I wasn't feeling quite right. They did a quick workup, did an EKG, and I started shooting frequent PVCs and PACs. Blood pressure got dangerously high. They immediately sent me to a cardiology group who wanted to change my medicine. And here I am with Genesis Pure products in my body, trying my best to get off of medicine, which, by the way, I have been able to get off of too. It was so dangerously high, and the palpitations were keeping me awake. Hard to get deep breaths. My sister and my niece were around me a lot, and they were gravely concerned. The beta blocker that I was put on did not work. Again, the blood pressure went off the charts. I decided to bite the bullet and say, look, I need to get this auto ship back in gear. I was only off for 30 days, but 30 days can do a number to your health. My products arrived. I got back on it. Within 1 week's time, my blood pressure leveled out. I have no high blood pressure. I have no PVCs. I have no heart palpitations. I have dropped 8 pounds, and I go back to the cardiologist Friday, so I am so excited for them to see the numbers that have changed in my life. All I can say is if you haven't gotten on the products, get on them, see how it's going to change your life. And one day when I have the opportunity to stand next to my Rachel on the stage, I'll really share everything that's good.
I love it. Thank you so much, Terry, for taking the time out to share tonight. And now we're going to get to hear from Terry's sweet niece, who is a dear friend of mine, who I absolutely love, Leah, who works here and lives here in Jacksonville with her son, Rylan. And I'm excited for you to hear her story tonight. So Leah, let me unmute you. I'm kind of slacking on that. All right, you're unmuted, honey.
Hi, my name is Leah Allen. I'm a single mom from Jacksonville, Florida, and I've been taking these products for 9 months. And I originally got involved for a second stream of income. And over the last 9 months, the things that have changed with my health have totally shocked me. I really wanted to make some extra money, but all these other things happened. So in the last 9 months, I've lost 30 pounds. I'm off all of my allergy medications. My son's off of his allergy medications. I no longer have insomnia. I'm off coffee. I used to drink it every morning, 2 or more cups a day. I now rely on the energy. I have more energy. My hair is thicker. I sleep through the night. Let's see what else. My son, the big number one thing for me as a mom is my son is off of all of his ADHD medication. So that's huge. He's been on it for several years, and I hated giving him that pill. And then one little thing I like to share about my mom is her cholesterol dropped within 100 points within 1 month of using the product. So I love Genesis Pure.
Thank you so much, Leah. I'm so glad you're a part of our family. So next we're going to go to my friend Saapa. And Saapa and Christian have been sitting on soccer fields with my husband and I for many years, up until this year, which has been, we've been missing them. But they have a tremendous story, and I'm excited for you guys to hear that. So this is Saapa and Christian.
Hi, everybody. Like Rachel said, I've known her for a long time, and I didn't know what she was doing, but she invited us to learn more about Genesis Pure and what she was involved in summer last year. Since then, I have a 13-year-old son who had been on allergy medication since he was 2, and he's practically completely off of it. I've had no episodes that would take me to the doctor in on and off cycles of antibiotics, so that alone to me is worth more than anything else I can get out of this company. And I'm sure every mom understands that, to see my son playing around, year round, no issues with any of that, that to me is fantastic. And I have my mom living with us. She's 78 years old, and we started like a dance through doctors for 2 years. It started with a physical, and I've gone to every specialist there ever has been, because one found something else and found something else and found something else. So I was at the doctor every week pretty much. Thankfully, her last visits, we've gone through every specialist, and every specialist says, you don't have to come back, you're doing great. So to me, that is fantastic. it's been great. It's been great for us. We started Rally 28, and both my husband and I have lost a tremendous amount of weight. So I am grateful for that. Energy is part of our daily routine as well now, and we bike anywhere between 10 to 20 miles depending on how our schedules go, and we can go and have that time for us and make sure that our health is good to be here for a while for our kids. So thank you, Rachel and Genesis Pure.
Thank you guys for jumping on. I'm so glad. I miss seeing you. I'm so glad you were on tonight. It's good to see you. So next, everybody, we're going to be hearing from Dr. Kim Herring. Kim is a friend of mine, and our boys play soccer together. So that's not actually how we met, but I'm very grateful that they do play soccer together because I get to see her. But this is Kim, and I can't wait for you to hear her story.
Hi, Rachel. Hi, everyone. My name is Kim, and I own a very busy dental practice here in Jacksonville. And back in October of 2015, I was barely able to see patients because I was so lethargic and had no focus. I didn't realize at the time I was in mild renal failure, and I was introduced to Genesis Pure by a friend of mine, and I was so much in need of something that I tried a lot of the products. And so within 2 weeks, I got retested, and my kidney function returned back to normal. At the same time, my 10-year-old son was on ADHD meds, and he hated them. He didn't have a lot of focus. He lost his appetite. He wasn't a regular kid, in his words, and he just wanted to be off the meds. So I started my whole family on the products, and within 2 months, Christian was completely off of his ADHD meds. He made the AB honor roll. He was thriving in sports, and you know, for our family, it's just changed our lives, and we are so blessed to have found Genesis Pure.
Oh, thank you so much for coming on tonight, Kim. I miss seeing you.
I miss seeing you too.
Okay, I need to see. You're too busy. Next is my friend Stephanie, who just got back to Florida from Texas, and so I've missed seeing you too, Miss Stephanie. And you guys, her stories. You've heard something about thyroid tonight, but you're going to hear a little bit more about thyroid, which is something that people ask about all the time. So I'm excited for you guys to hear Steph's story of what's happened. It's really almost miraculous story Stephanie's is. So take it away, Steph.
Thanks, Rachel. So I'm actually a thyroid cancer survivor. So 4 years ago, I came into Genesis Pure. By that point, my thyroid had already been taken out, but my synthroid levels, which is the synthetic thyroid, were all over the place, literally. So every 4 to 6 weeks, I would go into the doctor. They would take my blood work, and they would change my dosage. And it was so frustrating. So I met Rachel on a mission trip to Honduras. We started taking products, and for the past 4 years, my levels have been perfect. So I no longer have to have a switch in my medication every 4 weeks. And like someone else had already said about their levels and how they had to go to the doctor every 6 months, I too was on that same regimen as a cancer survivor, and now I'm to the point where I don't even have to see an endocrinologist anymore because my levels are so spot on. And from a tumor marker cancer perspective, I actually don't even have to see them every 6 months for that either. I'm actually at the point where I don't see them until every 2 years. So that's pretty amazing. No more doctor's visits, which who wants to do that? The other big thing in my life, 2 big things, I was diagnosed with irritable bowel syndrome, which actually made me super antisocial, which is not me at all. And when I came into Genesis Pure, within I'd say 60 days, symptoms were all gone. They've been gone for 4 years. And the other big thing, I work in a cubicle farm, so I would get all the germs everybody was passing around and would get sick all the time with sinus infections and things like that. So always on a constant cycle of antibiotics. And now they literally skip over my cube. So no problems, no antibiotics, nothing like that. So it's been amazing to be a part of Genesis Pure.
Stephanie's Testimonies is one of my favorites, and I was forced to tell her about the products. Other people on the missions trip were like, you have to tell Stephanie. has stomach problems, and I'm so glad I did. Stephanie, what a tremendous story you have. Just remind us all to be bold, because you never know whose life you're going to change. So Steph, thanks for jumping on. I know you're on a plane today, so thanks for taking the time out. So next we're going to go to my friends Lori and Billy, and Lori is a PA like me. And they have a tremendous story. Billy also has a past history as a dietitian. They're never easy to win over. So love hearing their story. So Lori and Billy Spilker, you guys.
Hi, thank you so much, Rachel. My name is Lori Spilker, and I'm a physician assistant, like Rachel said. I've been practicing medicine for about 24 years and in the internal medicine field. I started using the products because Rachel approached me as she saw me hurting at, our kids go to the same school, but she saw me hurting and she said, Lori, you need to come to my house and try these products. I was open to anything because I had herniated disc in my neck and pain shooting down my arms. My fingers were numb. I could not sleep. I could not function. I had my 10-year-old dry my hair and help cook dinner. So I wasn't a nice person to live with. So Rachel started me on the products. Now, prior to starting, I had had injections in my neck, trigger point injections in my muscles, been on anti-inflammatories, pain medicine, muscle relaxers, and all of those just irritated my gut and didn't really work, and I just couldn't take them. So I just chose to live with the pain. She showed me the Genesis Pure products. I started the Cleanse, Balance, Build, and Mila, Sulfur, and Mango Steam. I will not go without them. I took them for about 3 weeks. My pain was much better. I started sleeping in the night and I could function again and life was good. I ran out and I will never run out again because all my pain started to return and it was very frustrating. So because sulfur is an anti-inflammatory, I put my son on it because he has horrible allergies and he is much better. We have not been to the doctor and he's not been sick because he always had sinus infections. No more. So then I told my husband he has to start out on these products and he has his own story.
Well, and I was a clinical dietitian. That's how we met. So I had a food background stuff, and I was worked out a lot, and like a lot of other people, did athletics. And thought I was pretty fit and pretty healthy, but I always had high cholesterol levels. It's just where mine was. Didn't matter how fit I was, I just had high cholesterol. So I decided that I would do some lab work before starting the products. Did that, then started the products, just followed the regimen just to see what would happen. Figured I'd be a guinea pig. And then prior to the 21-day challenge, which is now kind of the Rally 28 idea, but during the middle of that, there was a free test to be done somewhere for cholesterol, and I said, why not? And it was right after I ate, so I knew the test wasn't going to be a good result because I had just eaten food, and you just don't do that. But I got my results back, and my cholesterol went down 52 points to a number I had never seen, ever, even in my fittest days. So, yeah, it did something that I could never do on my own. Since then, we take all of our stuff, and she mentioned one of our kids. He actually today, in fact, they were off school because it's a holiday. But he came up to me and told me that, Dad, I did the mangosteen and the sulfur and the goyan today. This is a picky kid. I can't believe he did that by himself. And I wasn't there to make him do it. So obviously he believes in something too, and he's noticing some difference for a 13-year-old. So yeah, it's good stuff.
I love it. I love that Colin's eating it. This has been a 2-year discussion of trying to get your son Colin eating healthy. And you know what, you guys, my kids didn't want to do any of this in the beginning either. And it was just years of consistently trying, and so your efforts are paying off. So thank you for jumping on tonight and sharing your story.
Thank you for sharing it with us.
Oh, awesome, awesome, awesome. Okay, so now you guys, I have a real treat, and honestly, I would love to give Incam more than a minute, but I'm not going to, Incam. So Incam is a physician. She's a medical doctor, Dr. Incam Akpala, up in New Jersey. And when I saw her last week in New Jersey, it was the first time I've seen her since I'd met her 3 months prior, and she looked like a totally different person because of the amount of weight that was lost. I think in addition to other things she's going to share with you tonight. She has a lot of children, which you're going to be hearing in the background, I'm sure, but I'm excited for you guys to hear Dr. Incam's story. Go ahead, Incam.
Hi, everyone. Good to see you. Thank you, Rachel. God bless you.
My name is Nkem Opala. I'm a wife and mother of 8 children and a primary care physician in beautiful Bud Lake, New Jersey. Prior to starting my own practice, I had prayed for something to help myself and my patients for weight management. And exactly a week later, someone was courageous enough to come up to me and tell me about Genesis Pure. I was like, yeah, been there, done that, done everything else. What's the use? And I just forgot about it. But knowing the kind of person I am, it was just in knowing that this is something I should try. And I started on the Cleanse, Balance, Build and had tremendous results with my skin, my bowel habits. And then I went on Rally 28, the 2nd of January of this year. And between then and today, I have lost about 36 pounds of pure fat. Yay! So it's a lifestyle for me. I absolutely love it. I'm sharing it with my patients with multiple results. This is something that everyone with weight problems definitely has to be on. Thank God for Genesis Pure and our beautiful team for actually having the courage to tell me about it. Also, my children had like constipation issues, particularly my 3rd daughter, and I started her on dehydrated Mila. My daughter goes poop, if she goes to the bathroom to pee 6 times, she poops 6 times. So every time I pooped, and I'm like, yay. So these are products that everyone should be on. This is food nutrition that actually changes people's lives, and there's no reason to hold back on sharing this with people. So I am so excited that there's a lifestyle for Rally 28. Am I past the 1 minute? Rachel, keep talking.
You're great, Inam. And you guys, I spoke with Inam about this when I was up in New Jersey this week. She and I are going to do kind of a health-focused. We have a number of healthcare providers on this team, and so you just gotten a little glimpse of her tonight. But she's a true gift to our team, and just a validity. What's really interesting, you guys, is the one who shared it with Inam. They didn't know each other very well. I zoomed into the meeting. You just never know who is looking and who is praying for something just like this. She's such a perfect example of that. I'm so glad you're a part of our team, Inam. I love you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing tonight. So next, you guys, I'm going to go to my friend Susan, who I have known for quite some time because she and her business partner, Mandy, are dear friends of mine. And I've been getting my hair done in their salon. She's a business owner, an entrepreneur. But I've always known Susan as the healthy person in that salon. I have, Susan, because you're just always talking about healthy stuff. And she has now decided to start sharing Genesis Pure, but she has an amazing testimony. So Susan, please share with everyone listening what's happened with you.
Well, I think the biggest thing for me is that I was always sluggish in the morning. I was always just dragging myself out of the bed and drinking like a punch of hot tea. And well, of course, now I'm drinking the energy. And then me and my husband started the Rally 28. My husband has lost now 20 pounds, and I maybe lost like 10 pounds. So and and the same thing, my husband loves Mila because he goes to the bathroom every day. So we do the whole deal. We'll do all the products, and we just love it. And I always had like a joint pain, and now we take the mangosteen and organic sulfur, and that's all gone. And both of our allergies are gone. And also my husband's knee pain is gone. So that's wonderful. So that's pretty much my testimony. So
I love it. I love it. Thank you so much for jumping on tonight, Susan, and I will see you tomorrow night. Okay, so next we're going to go to my friend Michael Johnson, who has been a friend of the family. Actually, that mission trip that I went on with my friend Stephanie, Michael's brother Kevin, was the one who I convinced to take us to Honduras on a medical missions trip. He'd never done a medical missions trip before, and I wasn't going on a trip unless I could be doing something medical. And so this family has been close to my husband and I's hearts for quite some time, and I'm so glad that he has an amazing testimony and has decided to share this with others. So Michael, please share your story.
Hey, thanks, Rachel. About 7 months ago, my brother Brian introduced me to Genesis Pure, and I was looking for another stream of income, basically. Little did I know these products were just going to change my life. I mean, the aches and the pains that I woke up with, that I had throughout the day, were gone. I don't drink the coffee anymore. I drink energy in the morning. I love the mangosteen, the Mila, organic sulfur, just anything that was going to take away the joint issues, the inflammation that was in my body that was building up. It's all gone. The biggest testimony came about 2 months in to taking the product. I went to the dentist because we all love going to the dentist, and I had to do the routine, get your teeth clean and all that. And I hated it because I hated when they flossed and because my gums would bleed. And one of the things was that I was on medication, and it just made my gums inflamed. That was just a byproduct of the medication. And so by being on the organic sulfur, the mangosteen, the coral calcium, I believe that it helped my gums, because when she was picking and flossing and doing all that stuff and cleaning my teeth, not once did I taste blood. And normally I do, because my gums would bleed. They would be inflamed. But when she finished, I said, "How did my gums look?" She said, "They look good. They look healthy. They look perfect." And I said, "No, look at the charts. I mean, I know you keep record of everything." She goes, "I know what your gums look like. I clean your teeth." So your gums are usually inflamed and they bleed when I floss. But today there was no bleeding. They looked tight. They looked healthy. They looked good. And all I could do was just think of the products that I'd been taking, because I'd only been on it for 2 months at a time. And I thank God for my brother showing me this, and for you, Rachel, and for just the products that I take. I can't go a day without taking this stuff. Every day I take it. And I've never felt better. Thanks.
Thank you so much for jumping on and sharing tonight, Michael, and I'll see you tomorrow night as well. Right. And so I'm going to wrap this up, you guys, with some very dear friends of mine, Jake and Melissa Urban up in New Jersey. And they have some tremendous testimonies, and I wanted you guys to be able to hear from the younger generation as well. And Jake is a phenomenal dancer, very well known in his community, and everywhere he goes, people tell him what an amazing performer he is. But our family's not a performing family, and so I had no idea how much they practice. And I would say it's above and beyond even what my son does, who plays on an elite level soccer team. The amount of practicing and choreography and memorizing, and I mean, it's kind of crazy for a growing body to have to go through all that they have to go through. And I'm probably not explaining well all that they do, but I really know, I have no doubt, and I know this family has no doubt, that what Jake consumes every day plays a role in that. So I'm excited for you to hear both of their stories. Jake and Melissa Urban.
Hi, my name is Jake Urban. I'm a 15-year-old high school student, and I am a competitive dancer, like Rachel said. And I've been taking Genesis Pure products for about 3 years now. When my mom said, "Hey, eat this." So the first thing that really impacted my life was my allergy relief. I used to have to take allergy medication constantly for my symptoms, and I haven't touched allergy medication in 3 years now. So that's amazing for me. Also, my bowel movements have become so much more regular. I used to struggle a lot with that, and especially being a dancer, everything with the joint pain and the sulfur, the Goyan, and the Mila have really helped. That's what I started on. And with all these results and all these symptoms disappearing, I was like, "Mom, I need more. I need more help." And so I started, the daily build, the immune. I take an energy with me every morning to school. And without it, I wouldn't be able to stay awake in my classes. So I'm so thankful for everything that this company and my mom and Rachel has done for me to be able to excel in school and academics and athletics. So thank you.
Awesome.
And as Jake said, I'm his mom. I'm Melissa Urban up here in Flemington, New Jersey. And Jake is one of my boys. I've been married for 20 years. I also have a 19-year-old son as well, who is going into the Marine program. I was introduced to Genesis Pure 3 years ago in February of 2014. I immediately saw the philosophy of cleanse, balance, and build. And that really resonated with me because I lost my dad a couple years ago when he was 64 years old to ALS. And I have lots of family and friends and close neighbors and relatives that have cancer and been diagnosed with several illnesses and diseases. And I thought we were a healthy family. And little do you know, the toxic world we live in, understanding that people don't have to be sick. And when we started consuming this nutrition 3 years ago, the impact products, cleanse, balance, build, meal, sulfur, energy, and onto the superfruits, things dramatically changed. I had a lot of joint pain in my knee with where I had x-rays and MRIs and taking 3 Motrin 3 times a day. All of that pain dissipated. My allergy relief, again, for years, I suffered with seasonal allergies. I had skin issues and was born, covered in eczema. My hair never grew. I was a coffee drinker and would have that crash at 2 p.m. So the energy drink has been a game changer for me and my entire family. So now we are all in. We jumped in not only to consume the nutrition, but to share this as a business. I've stayed home to raise my boys. I do not want to go back to a corporate America job. And sharing this has brought in a 5-figure residual income in the past year. It's doubled in the second year sharing this. It continues to grow, yet nobody knows about this. So we have a lot of lives to change and share this message with. So I hope that something resonated with you that you heard tonight, whether it's the health or learning to share this with other people. So thank you, Rachel, for all you do for us. I appreciate it. And we are GP Consumers for Life.
Thank you, Jake and Melissa. You guys are awesome. And I have a room in their house, just so you know. I was sitting at that desk about 4 days ago because I'm up there so often, because that's one of the gifts of this business, is that you become like family with the people whose lives you change. So I know it's been longer than I thought it would be, but I hope that something tonight has spoken to you. If you're interested in learning more, get back to the person who invited you to take a look at this. You can be someone who just consumes products because you're trying to get your family healthy. It's a membership club. It's like Amazon meets Costco meets Whole Foods online. That's it. For me, it was a shortcut when I got started. I was already buying lots of different things from lots of places. I could get them all from one place. The science and the food nutrition behind it had been used in a clinical practice for 30 years. I said, just give it to me. Had no interest in sharing it until I started to see the testimonies. And with my CPA prodding me, I started to begin to learn how to share it with others, and shared it with 9 people who wanted to share it with others, and we've turned it into 25,000. So I could have made this a 5-hour webinar with literally hundreds and hundreds of testimonies. You got 20 tonight. I hope it was enough for you to understand the power of what we have. Take care, God bless, and I hope that I get to meet you and hear your story at one of our upcoming events. Bye, everyone.